Hello everybody and welcome back to another tier list where today we'll be ranking everyone from Ben 10 Omniverse, or every new alien from Ben 10 Omniverse, and let's go ahead and get right into it. First up we have Astrodactile, who has a really cool design, but the design doesn't really fit his powers in my opinion. He's a pterodactyl from like the dinosaur age, but his powers revolve around machinery and like energy and stuff, and I thought that was really weird. But I really like his design, but I just don't think that both of those go together. Maybe if he had something else like fire breath or something, I don't know, something more that resembled like dinosaurs, I'd put him up higher. But for now, I'll go ahead and start him off in C tier. Put you there. There we go. Yes, yes, you foolish Astrodactile. It's also got a funny pun. I like the pun Astro. Astrodactile is a good pun. Next up is going to be starting strong with Atomics. Atomics' design is cool, and he's considered one of Ben's strongest aliens, being like energy blasts and everything, so I think he's pretty cool. I like his design. Obviously, he's wearing a lot of green, so I think I'll go ahead and put him in A tier. Just there you go. And then we'll go ahead and try to fix the terrible PNG backgrounds. And in case people are wondering why I'm wearing the same shirt that I did while wearing the other stuff, I record in bulk, so I'm recording all of these at once. Next up is my favorite alien in Omniverse, and I feel like I do not need to defend my small child. Yes, sir. Ball Weevil, very cool. His powers revolve around being, he can like spit out little energy balls and then run around to make them stronger on top of them. And I like his design. That's a big blocks. Ugh. Why are some of these images so big? Alright, there you go. Blocks' powers revolve around Legos. He can build into anything that he wants to, but other than that, he doesn't have too much going for him. I believe that he can also, like, if he were to, like, make a gun or something, he could shoot Legos from it. And if you were to step on Blocks, you're dead instantly. So I like Blocks' ability and his design both fit together really well, so I think I'll put him in B tier. Realistically, I probably should have put Astrodactile in D tier, so I think I will move him after this. So, sorry buddy, come with me. You and I are going to have a nice long talk together. Here we go. And let's go ahead and go over the next one, who is Bullfrag. Okay, Bullfrag's kind of interesting, because I believe his powers are just like long tongue and like martial arts type stuff. So I don't think he's got too much going for him. His design's pretty cool. He reminds me of the, oh, don't blank on their name now. What were they? I'm trying to think of, I think that was like Total Dudes or something. I don't know. There was like this really old, kind of like similar to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles type fighting game where it had toads instead. I can't remember it for the life of me, but he reminds me a lot of those, and I think that'll give him a lot of points, so I think I'll put him in C tier. And if anyone can remember that, feel free to let me know, bro. Like, hopefully I figure out what it is in editing, and if I don't, then you won't see anything about it. If I do, then you will. Next up is Crash Hopper. I believe his powers revolve around just really strong legs, legs jumping and kicking and stuff, so he's basically just a grasshopper. I don't think he's too bad. I don't think he's too good. I think I'll put him in like C tier as well. I think that Omniverse went for a more simplistic approach on their aliens instead of like the others, so it's got an going for it. And I believe next up is going to be who would be next after him? Maybe like Feedback? It is Feedback. I'm good at the alphabet. So Feedback, I feel like everyone likes Feedback, though his powers are really simple, being the absorb and attack back. He's like a counter to all electrical stuff. Sorry, I have pronunciation issues. And I think everyone liked his design, his attitude, his voice actor, everything was really good about him. So I think Feedback will sit in a nice solid S tier. So we'll go and throw him up there. Just like that. Even though his powers are just electrokinesis, the way that he talks, the way that he acts, the way that he fights, everything about Feedback I think is a redeeming quality. And there's also the fact that Feedback was the first alien Ben ever lost, quote unquote, because when he was a kid they had a flashback, which is, they introduced Feedback in Omniverse, but they had a flashback to him in the original series. But Feedback was the first alien that Ben lost. I accidentally clicked on the reboot folder. Feedback was the first alien that Ben lost, and because of that, it helped him grow more as a person once he lost his favorite. Next up is Grav Attack. Grav Attack's really cool, really great design. His powers are just gravity, but he uses them in a lot of unique ways, along with the fact that he can turn himself into a gravity field. I think Grav Attack is really cool and can join Feedback in S tier. Omniverse had a lot of hits similar to the original series, but a few of them, like Crash Hopper and Bullfrag, were just kind of simple. Not like simple is wrong or anything, because I mean, I love minimalistic type stuff, but there are just others that shine a lot brighter than that. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know too much about this guy, so I'm actually going to go ahead and look him up. His name is Gut Rot because his gut is rotting away. I believe his powers are just poisonous gas, which they are, and yeah, he just is... Oh, he's smart, I guess. Yeah, he's just like a poisonous type guy. His design's really nice, but I think I'll just throw him in B tier for now because his power is just kind of poison gas, and that's never been a good power. But overall, I mean, he's alright, right? We won't think worse of him for being in B tier. Besides, it's a nice place to be. Okay, and next up is Kickin' Hawk, who I believe is just a Kickin' Hawk. Like, I think his powers are just martial arts, so I think I'll just put him in D tier. His design's alright, I guess, but it's just kind of, yeah, And I'm pretty sure the villain that uses this species of alien that Ben got him from is a little bit funnier, because I believe it's a chicken that constantly just goes, you know, talks in chicken, whereas Ben's Kickin' Hawk actually talks. Oh god, okay. Whew. Molestash, his ability revolves around his mustache being able to do different stuff. He is a mole. And that's it, so I'm putting him in F tier. He doesn't have too much going for him. Ha ha ha. So, yep, there you go, buddy. He's a mole with a stash, mole with a mustache. What he do, though? And next up is another slightly weird alien being Pesky Dust, a fairy that can put people to sleep. That is their only power, but I think it's also really worth noting that Pesky Dust here, for some reason, can defeat Alien X. Because apparently Alien X is weak to Pesky Dust's sleeping gas, and also weak to getting eaten by Upchuck, and afraid of like a toe pick, and Alien X just has a weak to Vampire, just got a lot of weird weaknesses, so he's got that going for it. This is Shock Squatch, in case you're wondering why he looks different. He was introduced in the Ben 10 Generator Rex collaboration episode called Heroes United, where this is what he shows up. He looks like when he first shows up, and I'm using their first shown designs. So we have this. Obviously, the Omniverse version is a lot better. His ability is just electricity and being supernaturally strong. I think he'll sit in a nice solid C tier, and that's including his like different Omniverse design. That is better than this, arguably. So I'll go ahead and put him there. Into the C tier you go. Yes, yes. And let's see who is next. Oh, the worst. It's Ben's worst alien. He literally can't do anything, and he looks awful. That's the worst, yes sir. Well, on the plus side, Omniverse showed me one alien that I like a lot that's also useless, but hey, he's got him. Okay, here's Topic. Topic's ability is just that he can scare anyone or anything, for example, Alien X. I think Topic, like, fighting-wise, can be really good. I believe he was introduced in the, like, Halloween special for Omniverse that they had going on. But I like the design. I think the design's alright. The power's decent. I think I'll put him in C tier, even though I sized him down for D tier. I think C tier is an alright. Actually, nah, let's put him in D tier, actually. The reason why I want to put him in D tier is because he's definitely not cooler than any of the guys in C tier, so I'll put him in D tier. Though theoretically, he could be one of Ben's strongest aliens since he can scare anyone or anything. Watch out, Ultimate Agrigore, I'm coming for you! Ooh. And next up is the alien I was talking about that is completely useless, Waka Trout. His ability is that he can walk as a fish and breathe on land. For fish standards, he's probably one of the strongest. For Ben's standards, he is one of the weakest. Probably the second weakest next to the worst here. Because at least Molestash, with the help of Skurd, can put up a fight. So I'll go ahead and put him here, but I do want to point out that I actually do like Waka Trout a decent amount, even though he is considered one of Ben's useless aliens. And then lastly, but not really, is Vampire, also introduced in the Scary Thing. He is just a vampire. His voice actor is really cool, gives him a lot of things. His design is really nice, and yeah, he's just kind of a vampire. I guess I'll put him in C tier since I think it's the design and voice actor that's really helping him out here, so I'm fine with that. And now would be the end if not for the fact that Albedo's ultimate aliens were introduced in Omniverse, so we will now talk about them. First up, we have Ultimate Artiguana. I don't need to fight anyone about this. I love this design so much. And he's just stronger Artiguana. He's like Mega Blastoise. Very cool. And then we have Ultimate Grav Attack, who is also extremely cool and edgy. Though I don't like him as much as Ultimate Artiguana, so I think instead I will just put him in S tier along with other Grav Attack, and they can just kind of hang out. But I really like the small heads flying around him and the loss of legs, so you can really realize that he has his own gravity field. And then there's Ultimate Wrath, who's much cooler than normal Wrath. So like, where did I put Ultimate? Where did I put Wrath? Probably in like, something tier. Where is he? I put Wrath in S tier. I'm not against that. Wrath is hilarious, but Ultimate Wrath isn't that funny and is just kind of lot of edge, lot more edge than Wrath. I think I'll put him in A tier. Yeah, he'll stay in A tier. He's a little bit, cringe, dare I say. Yeah, I said it. So there we go. There you go. And lastly, but not leastly, is quote-unquote Ultimate Albedo, which in reality is just a Ultimate Gray Matter. He's smart. He's basically like, what's his name? What's the name of the guy? He's from Marvel. He's I'm trying to think of Marvel, like Doctor something. I'm gonna look up Big Head. Big Head guy in chair. MODOK. He looks a lot like a MODOK. And I think that's the only thing I like about him, so I think I'll put him in like C. I think I'll put him in D tier. Y'all got cool designs, but your powers kind of stank. So there you go. MODOK, huh? Okay, that's good to know. Trying to remember my favorite stuff, but my memory issues are just not allowing me to be like, bruh. So, now we will go over everyone in our Omniverse tier list. In F tier, we have Molestash, the worst, and Waka Trout. In E tier, we have Pesky Dust. In D tier, we have Astrodactile, Kick and Hawk, Toepick, and Ultimate Gray Matter / Albedo. In C tier, we have Bullfrag, Crash Hopper, Shock Squatch, Vampire. In B tier, we have Blocks and Gut Rot. In A tier, we have Atomics and Ultimate Wrath. In S tier, we have Feedback, Grav Attack, and Ultimate Grav Attack. And in the Shadow Realm, we have Ball Weevil and Ultimate Artiguana. So as always, I hope you all like the game. Favorite game, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And as always, I will see you all in the next video.